It's the book of Amos 3 verse 7 in the contemporary English version. Whatever the Lord, the Most High, plans to do, he tells his servants, the prophets, right? Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakarash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to those feel like men that scattered abroad, pushing this truth without sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And also shalom to very few sincere sisters that's taking heed and getting in order in these last days. I'm the brother I'm coming to the video low when it's edifying and to the point. All right, so here you have it. Well, first off, the elder Yashawambu had to, pretty much put up a short of what the prophets up top, had did. The brother up top had did, and I remember I was watching it from the elder I'm bar last night. Going to the same thing. But nonetheless, it just goes to show you, and it's like, Yahweh Smash, I brought a thumb to both of you brothers, or you elders, right? But it just goes to show you that as the days go on, people are knowing a prophet was among them, right? So I'm gonna play this clip, and the man was just so happy, and he was happy to find these men, and to say, you guys were right. And we're not out here trying to, prove no points. We're out here to warn the people, and that's it, But the thing is, in these last days, right, people are going to want to praise it, praise us, right? Not that we're looking for it, but it's like, damn, you guys was not lying. It came off harsh or whatever, but you guys was not lying, right? So I'm going to play this clip right quick and grab some more scriptures.
But a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil.
Yeah, what did John the Baptist say?
You guys were right. Y'all was right all along. You were right all along. Everyone else was wrong.
Right, that's right.
10 years ago, 15 years ago, gentleman standing on 34th Street, 7th Ave.
Yeah, that was us.
Predicted everything.
That was us. Those are leaders. Those are leaders.
And then now when I'm going around looking for y'all, I don't see y'all no more.
There's going to be a crowd for wine in the street. There's going to be a
Khan, and also, Khan, they go to show you that, we're going to be a spectacle unto the people. Starting off with our elders, right? They popped it off, being a spectacle, being pretty much looking foolish in the eyes of the people, man. I forgot the scripture that goes into, but he said he would use the foolish to confound the wise, right? Because in the eyes of these people, we are considered the foolish. But he's going to use us to confound the wise of this world, man. He's going to take the small things to confound the things of this world, which is us. Roughly paraphrasing. Right? And then we're starting to see it now. He said, I can't even find you guys no more. Right? Because we know that we come to a time of the famine of hearing the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Right? And every brother can pretty much agree that we know that our days are limited to us teaching. Right? This truth is getting out there. The truth just steady lingering around. Right? We know we at the end times of this ministry finna wrap up. Right? We seeing troops on the ground. We seeing hella cyber attacks. All right, in my humble opinion, right, you got the troops on the ground to clean up crime, and also when they shut this system down, people finna goddamn lose their damn mind, So they definitely gonna have everything set up and stay and ready. All right, let's keep playing this.
crowd for wine in the streets.
And I'm like, holy shit.
Salaki, and like the elder brother was saying, it's gonna be a crying for wine in the streets, right? And I'm glad that it's at the book of Amos.
I would never guess. And then this is the craziest part is that now I would like Jesus.
Right, and now if I'm not mistaken, bros may be able to hear something different, but it's something he said I would like to hear you. Pretty much you want to hear the what's going on, but that's if I'm hearing it correctly. Because he sounded so happy that the first time he came across us or the apostles, he probably didn't take it. He didn't stomach him, sit on him correctly, good. Then as time started going by, he started remembering what the apostles was saying, the prophecies. Now these years that flew by, now he's able to come across brothers that learned that's in the fruit, that's in the works of the apostles, just to say, you guys was right this whole time. Right? And that was the book of Isaiah I'm talking about. So like it, there'll be a crime for one. Keep playing this clip.
I didn't look like that 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Well, where you from, brother?
I know it's not.
Check out the
His name
sign.
is not Jesus, right?
I'm established now, yeah.
All right, so
Check out the sign. You would be from the tribe of Asher. Colombians and Uruguayans. Right? You're an Israelite.
Yes, it's confirmed because my last name is Medina.
What is it?
It's Ladino.
What does that mean?
It's Spanish.
Oh, about that.
So it turns out, some girl told me also, because I didn't get it at first. I went to like rabbis and I was like, is this true? Half of them said, fuck no.
they're not going to tell you the
And then half of them actually said, yeah.
They're not going to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Right.
So Khan, I'm gonna replay that back. Let me see if I can pull up that name he said. Cause I think he said his last name was Medina. Oh, I think he said it goes into, as if I'm even spelling it correctly. So I'm gonna leave that off. So I can leave that off. Right, but the main thing was he said, hey, you were right. You know, and that's what the Lord told us to do. He said, hey, give them warning from me. That's all we out here to do. Was commanded to go out here and feed the sheep, warn the sheep about the destruction that's coming, the prophecy that's coming, and that's it. Right, whether they hear or whether they forbear. Right, so this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 3 and 17. It says, son of man, I have made thee a watchman. Matter of fact, let's get inside the NLT. Son of man, I have appointed you as a watchman for Israel. Right? That's why we have to on the highways and byways, you know, presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, pushing his word. You know, because the Lord has gave us the job to do so. Right? And pretty much, and if we don't do the job, the blood will be upon our hands. Because why? We have the capability of going out there and teaching. Right? It says, whenever you receive a message from me, warn people immediately. Right? So we come in the spirit of Ezekiel, man. Right? The Lord put on the apostles to go out to the highways and byways. Hey, warn them about these bad times. Right? We just in the fruits of their labor. We the fruits of their labor. So we out here doing the same thing. Right? It said, whenever you receive a message from me, warn people immediately. Right? And as we see the times that are coming down the line, right, such as Jacob's trouble, the mandation of the MOTB, right, martial law, you know, the whole Jacob's trouble, you know, and the Lord said, discern the times, right, 2nd Ezra chapter 9, measure the time diligently, you know, warn them immediately. Why? Because they want to get in the Lord's good graces through his grace period, you know, because after the grace period, once all hell start breaking loose, you know, you will not be able to repent. You will not be able to try to turn to the Lord. It'll be too late, you know, because we finna come into a time, whether you want to believe it or not, we come to a time period where the Lord's finna hide us, man. Right, you will not see us on YouTube. You will not see us on the highways and byways, because why? It's gonna be too chaotic to even go to the highways, you know. And then hell, the works is done. You know, the Lord, like he told Ezekiel. Matter of fact, I think it's inside this chapter. Is it 3:25? Yeah, let's get it. It says Ezekiel 3 verse 25. But thou, O son. So like I was reading both verses at the same time. But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee, and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them. See, the Lord finna sit our asses down, man. And, hey, man, we tired. No, the apostles is tired. You know, we ready for the Lord to say, you know what, hey, the work is done. You ain't got to worry about going back out there. Finna set it off. It says, verse 26, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house, right? So we're going to be looking like at Jake. They're going to come up to him, but like, he's going to look at him like, bye, shit, bye. Shit, I don't even know what to tell you. You know, that's how that shit gonna be, man. You know, because end of the day, right, they know that we pushing the truth. Your family members, they know that we in this truth, right? But they disregard the time because things are too convenient for them. Things are just, it's just so much happening that they cannot sit their ass down and concentrate on the word, you know? But in that time, when things slow down, shit done got real, that's when they're gonna want all the answers again. Right. And if you can remember in 2020, that's when a lot of folks really wanted to be the most spiritual people ever, because they seen how shit got real in 4 months from 2019 to 2020. Right. So the Lord had told Ezekiel, hey, and which gonna be for us either too. He said, he was make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth. Right. It'd be nothing to talk about no more, man. Right, because we are the reprover, we are the rebuker. We are trying to correct you to come into the wise counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're trying to tell you about Jacob's trouble. You know, we're trying to tell you how to serve the Lord, right, and sincerely. You know, but in that day, we will not be able to help you. We'll just look at you. That's even if you're in the presence of us. You know, we're just gonna be like, hey, shit, man, I tried to help you back then. It's too late. As a matter of fact, I'm Salaki. I had a dream like that. You know, I seen a brother, Jake, that I know. You know what I'm saying? I said this before, but it was just like it was like a big ass castle looking concentration camp, and he was by the window, and I had the spiritual power at the time period, right? And I just, you know, levitated up, and I just knocked on the window, and I looked at him, he looked at me, and I just shook my head, and I could have heard him. He was just like, I always knew something spiritual about you. I knew something just heavy about you. I just didn't know what it was though. But he was like, I can finally see what it is now. And I just, you know, I just flew on off just real smooth. Just like, hey, man, a prophet was among you. You know, because we don't come off as assholes to people, man, especially, you know, when we're around the family. And they may catch Wayne on our YouTube or whatever, you know. But, you know, when that conversation may come up, some of us engage into it, some of us don't. You know, but, hey, man, when we do speak to you, we don't just get the hooting and hollering at you. Nah, we just break it down real precisely. Whether you want to take heed or not, it's on you, you know. But in the end, they're going to know who's really telling the truth. You know, matter of fact, let's hit that Romans right quick. And I'm going to hit that book of Amos and the book of Isaiah, Slakia. The book of Romans 3:3. It says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? That's just like the Jake inside the video. You know, I'm pretty sure that man was probably goddamn scoffing like a motherfucker all them years. Just to come back and the Lord make him humble himself down like, yeah, you guys were correct. You know, and where's the other videos of these other camps? People just coming to their camps and just saying, yeah, I got the truth. Because I you know, like, I don't be too tapped into these other camps, but, you know, I don't be seeing their videos be going viral, man. Not trying to boast on who has the correct doctrine, but it is about that, because we have to have the correct doctrine to teach the people and lead the people as well. You know, it says, shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? God forbid. Yeah, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Right. So it don't really matter if you believe or not. You know. You don't have to right? You don't have to believe now. Right? But when shit come, right, when these prophecies start coming to pass, that's when you're really gonna truly believe. You know? Excuse me. And I want to quote go to another scripture that the brother had said in the book of Isaiah, right? Because there will be a crying for wine real soon. I think it's 24:10. I might be wrong. Right. All right. So it's Isaiah 24 verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Right, and that's what we're seeing right now, man. We seeing the 10th part of the city is it being formed, man. Right, the martial law. Right, it says the 10th. Oh, I said the 10th part of the city. Verse 11. There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. See. Now niggas want to get in. Now niggas want to get in order, and which we know because we're gonna have last minute Israelites, and it's not that they're gonna be looked down upon, right? Like elders always go into all the time, and they speak on it a lot. They still gonna receive the same penny as the apostles, man. That's the one they got more years of more than them, man. Right? But it's gonna be a crime for wine. Some gonna better get some going to be able to get this wisdom and knowledge, and a lot will not be able to. Right, it says all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. All that joy shit, all that laughing and shit is gone, man. Right? I bet them folks in DC was like, oh shit, this shit done got real overnight. Right? Like how it's going to all the other 19 states. 94 got rifles on them too. Right? Hey man, when all these things shall come to pass, then shall they know that the prophet have been among them. And in the NLT it says all these terrible things. Right? Let's grab the book of Amos 8. In the lamb through 12. And reads at the NLT. The time is surely coming, right? Hey, remember, the Lord revealeth his seeking to his servants the prophets. Right? We don't know the time, but we know that time will happen. We don't know the exact date, but that time will happen. The Lord say, hey, just measure the time. We're in that window of it can possibly happen. The time is surely coming, says the sovereign Lord, when I will send a famine on the land, right? Not a famine of bread or water, but of hearing the words of the Lord, right? And we already know with nations going to war, civil war, right? That will cause a food famine, but not in this context, right? The Lord's talking about a famine of hearing the words of the Lord, right? So that means us prophets, servants, the prophets will not be out on the highways teaching, right? They're going to start shutting these social media accounts down, right? YouTube down, right? Which is our main source we use, right? You will not have access to a man of the Lord. And then, like he was saying, he was like, man, you should see y'all on 34th and Sound, right? Now we don't see y'all there no more, right? The Lord finna get us out the way, all the way out the way. Brothers have been lately, bouncing around, right? Till brothers gonna be just permanently out the way, man. That's the time we're coming into. Why? The doors of mercy is closed. There's nothing else to talk about. The prophecies are here. Because that's the job of a prophet. The prophet is to speak on the event before it happened, not to speak on the event while it's happening. Right? So it says, please, people will stagger from sea to sea and wander from border to border, searching for the word of the Lord, but they will not find it. Right? Going back into, they going to shit. Perfect example. That nigga Vocab Malone. We're trying to push up on the brothers in the El Paso, man. Even though he was going to scoff, right? But hey, when he pushed up, he couldn't find them brothers, man. Them brothers were somewhere else. Same thing how people going to be in these times looking for us. Man, they were just right here last week. Or they were just right here yesterday. And now they can't find us. Damn, there used to be his goddamn YouTube channel. Zero videos up, 0 lives. Can't find nothing. Right? The AD folk gonna be sick. Right? Like we always say, they can run around like a chicken with their head cut off about this truth, trying to find some truth. Why they gonna want comfort? Right? In the book of Isaiah 33:6, we always read, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, right? Because in that time, that jury ain't gonna be able to sustain you. That food, big ass house, none of those things gonna be able to sustain you, keep you rooted. But in this time of all hell breaking loose, this truth will, these scriptures will, right? Psalms 91. You know, people gonna be looking for comfort in that day. That's why they're gonna be up on. That's why they're gonna be looking for us serving the prophets. Cause why? They're gonna know that, hey, y'all was telling the truth the whole time. We just could not accept it for what it was. Right. So I'm gonna end off in the book of Ezekiel 33 and 33. Right. And the head of the title was, "You were right." Right. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua was correct. He just gave us the doctrine. Ezekiel 33, starting off with the apostles. Ezekiel 33 and 33 in the NLT. But when all these terrible things happened to them, see, getting caught up in concentration camps, hell, troops coming in, food famine, can't find the man of the Lord, you know, up on the guillotine and you ain't never repented, right? The MOTB, you know, it says, but when all these terrible things happen to them, as they certainly will, right? And the Lord is a man that shall not lie. Then they will know a prophet has been among them, right? You're going to know, like, damn, that prophet told me this right here was going to go down and I did not take heed, right? So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to give out honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakadash. Shalom.